clavicular with very loving eyes. This isn't the only picture that's like this, by the way. And he's always seething and complaining about, oh, well, I don't want a wife. They're going to sleep in the same bed as me and I'll never be alone. And like, it's always this, like, he always has this negative energy when he's talking about women. And you could see the disgust in his voice and in his face when he talks about them. Versus with men, he's very lovey-dovey, and it's very strange. Their comments and him being part of the dollhouse and trying to do he's like a dollhouse beat, but only hot people. It's like, yeah, you're ironically in the transgender talking group. It's very strange. And you could see the disgust. So that's pretty much what I wrote about in the article. You can find it on my Twitter. And so after this, the night out happened and it went viral, where the girls went out, and that's how we have that photo here. So on his right we have Myron Gaines, Amadou, in the article you can find it whatever the fuck his name is, his ethnic name is, I forget how to pronounce it. The night out Amadou or whatever, where the girls went out, and Myron is not known for being straight. So he's very much known for being very friendly, let's put it that way, very friendly with the homies. As you can see here, it almost looks like a stock image, doesn't it? Him like laughing with his homeboys, his homoes. Myron is not known for, and I know people are quick to say, well, you know, what if the boys are just like that? So you're telling me all of these photos are just a coincidence? He's like cuddling one here. As you can see here, it almost looks like a stock one where he's like getting kissed with his homeboys, and the guy's grabbing him very intimately. This one looks like him. I've seen a higher quality version. It looks like him. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's further away, hard to tell. And then look at this one. He's like in this guy's lap with his arm wrapped around him. So, I don't know, guys. Is it normal to cuddle your homeboys? Let me know what you think. But, he also has a couple of other incidents as well.
Cet endroit est
I see the
déroutant.
chat really likes these photos.
Ils l'ont construit pour rendre leur village plus
Glad you
difficile
guys
à
can
trouver.
appreciate them. Let me pull this up really quick. He goes on, we're still talking about Myron. He goes on a date with Elijah Schaefer here.
Intéressant.
And you can see how happy he is. See, with these guys, you really never see them this happy around women. This, like, locked in and engaged with women. See, he's laughing. And Elijah is not known for his straightness either, by the way. Known for, like, his ways. Yeah, if you think I'm reading too far,
Laisse-moi t'aider.
for you really quick. Because I just hear all this copium constantly.
Gustave, esquive.
My fucking sphincter. He literally injected so much butter in my ass that it brought me up. That I was like, dude, hey, I'm not actually high blood pressure. Just Ethan Ralphs is such an ass eater of men.
Right.
You know, it's weird. It's strange. Yeah, sorry if it's decent, guys. Refresh the stream. I already adjusted settings before I went on to try to make sure that everything's good. But hey, at least we're not streams, right? And the interesting thing is that Myron had some very odd things to say about dating men versus dating women.
Okay, this might be our conversation. I genuinely don't think that there's a such thing to do that body. If you're a dude, right? Think about this from like just a human perspective. if you get the same sexual gratification of dealing with a woman that you're dealing with a guy, human beings are intrinsically lazy creatures. You want to go with the path of least resistance. There's a reason why we have technology and all these modern conveniences to make life easier, right? If you get sexual satisfaction from dudes, and what's easier to get? Why are you going to go through the effort of courting
So you might say, oh, well, he's just being logical. But wait.
a girl, spending money, having to meet all these prerequisites when you can go ahead and just smash a guy and be done with it?
So this is the problem with, okay, he's saying that he basically doesn't get enjoyment out of women. Okay, we're using our critical thinking skills here and putting together what he's saying. He's saying, why would you bother doing all this work to go out with women if you can just go bankrupt? If you were quote-unquote bisexual. First off, it's odd that he thinks about this so much. Second off, that's not the point of being with a woman. It's not to get laid. That's literally the logic of it, which is why gay persons are known for having a lot of sex. They're hypersexual. Everyone knows this. It's not homophobia per se. So the fact that he views women like that it's just sex, it's not about the connection, it's not about what femininity brings. It brings you status, it brings you joy. It's kind of like having a beautiful flower that you water, you know, you want to like look at it, you want to kind of touch it, it's giving you some fresh oxygen, everyone else is admiring it too. It's not a tangible thing as much as it is like with guys and what they bring to the table. It's a little more metaphysical. It's more of like their vibe and emotions. And there are some but it's not the same as with guys. So when you think about what you get from a guy, if you're a bisexual man, you're thinking about the sex. So when you apply that and you're thinking about women like that, it tells me you're hypersexual. It tells me that this is how you think of women. That you're it's so much guys. Isn't it?
Spending money, having to...
I have to talk to the women. Oh my god. I don't want to have to speak to a woman. They're so horrible. Women personality, they're just terrible to be around. It's like, what do you think that is? Do you guys really think that that's normal for a straight guy to think? Because if it's about, like the average woman is like liberal and it's not enjoyable to be around, whatever, that's just a people. That's not a, yeah, there's more liberal women, sure. But that's just general people problem. Like the average person is retarded. We know this. But, yeah, you have to do all this work, be around women, be around talking, looking at them.
The effort of courting a girl, spending money, having to meet all these prerequisites, when you can go ahead and just smash a guy and be done with it.
Just smash a guy. Good advice, you know? You don't want to have to get to know a woman and enjoy her company. Just smash a guy.
I generally don't think there's such thing as a dude being honestly bi. It's like, nah, son.
Gang.
I was talking to this guy on their team, smart guy. He's homosexual, and he was saying, because I was like, man, I theorized that if you take the average.
Yeah, I would be interested in knowing his relationship with another. I agree.
Net worth of a heterosexual guy versus the average net worth of a homosexual guy. I guarantee the net worth of a homosexual guy is higher. He was like, no, that's actually true.
Why would that be?
Well, because they don't deal with women. So think about this. They can just get.
He's like promoting homosexuals and putting down women while he's doing it.
But don't they? Okay, I know.
See where I'm going here?
Yeah.
So they can just get on Grindr, get what the hell they need done, and then go right back to work, and then keep.
It's more transactions.
If men are so convenient, maybe he should just stick to that.
It's quicker, more transactional, and then also when two men deal with each other, it's less effort, and then they're splitting everything down the middle. And I thought to myself, damn, like that's crazy because homosexual dudes get way more sex than heterosexual guys, but they're still able to be productive. Why is that?
So yeah, you get have two different.
I thought that was like crazy because I've always theorized it, but then he confirmed it was like, no, they actually do. And if you think about it, you look at Miami, you look at Austin, Texas, you look at New York City, you look at San Fran, any of these cities that have like super high homosexual populations, they live in the affluent areas.
Because it's close to home. Jack and Austin dollars. Nick will address and let Alex Jones go. Breaker pussy to Alexander to Grace. He is an actual here. Listen, I don't know. I don't want to like be like the Gripers and write fan fiction, but the whole ordeal with Alex Jones offering up his daughter to Nick was very shady. And Alex Jones said it was a joke, but he's literally put in the thirst trap of his daughter. It was like a close-up pic of her squatting down, pussy open position in a bikini, and he's like, ha ha ha, Nick can have an arrangement with my daughter, and then Nick's like, ha ha ha, yeah, maybe, actually. Like, Alex Jones is a laughter with his own daughter, and it's joke. Like, I don't believe in joking like that. I don't think that that's something you should ever joke about, putting your daughter in potential harm's way. Like, even if you personally like Nick, to like post a bikini photo of her squatting down and being like, ahaha, here's my daughter. It's very strange. $10 from BM. I like how your article triggered so many of the simp Gripers. Yeah, for people. They only get to see entire scale over 20. $5 from PSUA. Thank you. Myron runs a Somali leering center. I went there and checked it out. It's weird because there's no straight guys there. I think there's something up. Thank you. I like how you guys are like beating the theories thing. Like the group. Let me read the next one. Here. I love this level of there's nothing to worry about here. Thank you, Jake. Yeah. I'm allowed to. And thank you for the $10. We love women around here. Listen, I don't love women. I love individuals. Okay. So, another thing that's interesting about Myron, and this is going to involve Sneeko, who's also in the photo, which we'll get to right after this. But this
Myron is so fucking heavy.
So you can pull a lot of her flips. But listen.
Yo, Myron is so fucking heterosexual. He's like, we don't need women to survive. I'm like, well, you know, life is better. He's like, we don't need them. Yo.
See, he literally does not appreciate the value women bring at all.
What's the point of even arguing for that? Like, what's the point of living if there's no women? There's no point. I don't need that to survive. What's the point? But there's no point in living, so you're not going to want to survive. But you can survive. Why would you survive if there were no women? Why would you even live? There's other ways to derive pleasure where you don't need humans. Yeah, women are...
My face one? There's other ways! And you know it's bad when Sneeko has this face, but Sneeko, the guy who did like gay porn stuff, is sitting here defending women more and saying that there's a value in having them around than Myron Game. Okay, it's looking pretty bad. Okay, let's take a look.
I know it's been a while. I've been on a bit of a Red Bull binge lately. I've been watching this cute little quick boy.
So he has a lot of photos like that. I don't want to look further into it because I don't want to look at porn. But yeah, when that guy is saying women have more value than you, and he's going like at it, making the soy face at your comments because of how homosexual they are, you know there's a problem. So, I don't know. Maybe Myron's just jealous that he has better weeks than him or whatever. You guys know about that, right? That he got a hair transplant, but then afterwards, so this is how it looks, right? It's like pretty bald, whatever. Instead of shaving his head, he got a hair transplant. And I'm not against hair transplants inherently, but it's the context and how feminist guy is. But yeah, he got like a weave, like it's like a toupee stick-on thing. And Tree actually had on a cosmetologist on to give their feedback and what they thought it was, and they agreed that it was like a stick-on piece, because the texture was weird in the back, and it didn't match his natural color. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can get to calm down and stop screaming at women on podcasts, which is also very femme behavior. And another piece of information you might want to know about the homies here.
Last time you had a girlfriend party.
Myron only had one girlfriend, and she didn't even have sex with him. She admitted this on stream. I was watching Tree covering it. And he's a guy, and it's like, oh, okay, well, she's holding herself out for marriage, whatever. That's not the point of contention. The point of contention is that this is a man who brags about how he's high value and how men like him can have a bunch of women and, like, you know, very performative about smashing women, and yet this girl just, like, you know, she took her cash and left. She took what she could get out of him and left him for another guy that's on, like, rollerblades.
Well, when was the last time you had a girlfriend prior to Angie?
Not really.
Okay, so you've never had a girlfriend in your life until you dated a foreign girl.
Not like yeah.
So, how old is he? Isn't he like 40? And he only had one girlfriend, and he's not having sex with her. In context to all these other things he's saying, it really makes you think, doesn't it? Really strange behavior. Again, if it were a normal situation and a girl's just celibate, that'd be one thing, but it's like awfully convenient for him, right? He doesn't have to have sex with her.
Thank you. She's been great, guys. Truly one of the best.
Laisse-moi t'aider.
Best women.
This is the rollerblade thingy.
Solo cast tomorrow? Yeah, Angie won't be here, unfortunately. I wish she was here, but she's got to leave.
This is the event with the roller skating.
Attention, Mike.
Bates
Attention,
there.
lui. Prépare-toi.
Photos here.
Flamme, obéissez-moi.
He said he's 35. 35, first girlfriend, with all these comments about how women aren't worth to live without them, and arguing with Snoop about it. Myron says he never leaves his house, he has no social life, and he's very much supportive. This last night, mentioned his name, she never showed up in his streams after this either. So he's absolutely...
I take that seriously, guys, and I've given up my social life to do so. I've been sitting inside. The only time I go outside, you guys want to know the truth? I only really go outside when I do fucking debates, man. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all niggas, bro. Like, yo, I literally only go outside to do the debates. I barely leave my building. Because you guys know me, I work, bro.
This is the man you're taking advice from, by the way. Fantastic of Media 44, thank you for the $11 super chat. And by the way, guys, you could also leave a tip through my website. Other ways of pleasure without women, spoken like a true Arab. He's black. Come on, he's black. Unlike me, I'm Hyperborean, we know that. But as a former African American, I can identify them. He's definitely black. I don't think the Arabs would take him. Quite honestly, I don't know if anyone would, but that's beside the point, except for the gays. Not even them. I don't think they want them either. Lure toward the Glee 5 pounds. Thank you. These homos could never properly appreciate a real African queen, but can they appreciate a Hyperborean one? $5 from Beyond. You think Fuentes brought his blacklight to that party? If you know, you know. Yeah, the one where he was a cummy investigator. He was looking for his, what was it, his roommate's cummies on the couch or whatever. That's so funny. It's like, how is that?
Oh, I'll give up my social life. You know, Angie's very understanding. She takes Frank whenever I need him. She helps me with groceries and shit. So Angie's very understanding. I haven't seen her in a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. She actually came by real quick when I was doing the table and shit. You know, as of recently, man, it's been tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been tough as of recently, especially the past year.
Most of the people that I know that are very successful, they don't focus on the relationship as much as they focus on what they feel like is necessary for them to do.
Oh yeah, I'd be lying to you if I told you that my relationship was awesome. And I was like, no, man, like my social life, I 100% transparent. Gone, cook, finito. I'm streaming all day, and then when I'm not streaming, I'm researching, reading the news and stuff like that, and then make sure I have a topic. So yeah, my social life is absolutely suffering as a part of this. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I got it right. No, hell no, man. It's fucking cook.
He comes across very scholarly and researching. If you've ever watched Rush Into It, it's literally like Jerry Springer. Except he's also versus Jerry Springer. At least he's not the one screaming. It's the people he brings on that are like jumping up and down, freaking out. Amaru gets asked 3 different times by his girlfriend besides her 3 times. So it's just going through the
Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant. We're having an objective discussion. Women that are sex workers.
Do you have a wife? Do you have a girlfriend? That's what I thought.
He looks like he's
the fuck? Like,
what does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. Like, it just means like you can't just get it yourself. So like you can't me, I can't. Like what's that? I don't get that.
I want to know your argument first.
Even though the entire brand is screaming at women and talking about how they're not worth anything.
Because that is like crazy. But don't you have like a girlfriend or like a wife or something? Like somebody.
Alright, bro. We went over this many times. Somebody else did. So I don't want to.
You're really gonna do
the
that
same argument again. Yeah. Somebody else.
Amaru says he's single, then clarifies himself later.
And I'm telling you guys, this is a single guy. Like, I even know at some point, I'm like, yeah, I need a family. Like, bro, I'm even telling you this as a single guy. Anyone that's sitting there saying, oh, I prefer friends and close friends and career, get the fuck up out of here, bro. Everybody wants a family. Even the most career-oriented niggas want a family, bro.
Was he like Kobe?
Guys, when I say single, I mean not married. Fucking retards. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, gaslight your audience.
Ooh, Myron, who's Angie?
You know what, man? This is crazy, bro.
What
this is
Oh.
this is absolutely nuts that women don't.
Voilà qui devrait aider.
Yeah, the fuck. So Angie hasn't been around him in months. He dodges every question about her. He never even mentions her anymore. He makes weird statements like relationship statuses are already over. Let's see what Angie was up to all this time. Remember when she left Amaru in NYC for the Rollerblade event in Orlando? I don't want it to play because copyright. She went to Universal Studios with Don Juan, stories posted by him. Before anyone could say, well, what we can't see her face doesn't matter, a girl has the same exact hairstyle as her, we know for a fact she was in Orlando during this period. I think that's a fair statement. So then it says next I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of Angie and Don Juan from late May to July. So she's just basically around this guy all the time this period that Amaru or Myron is LARPing, like he's in a relationship and purposely being vague after he was in one. And like gaslighting his audience, saying, "You stupid, you guys are stupid for thinking I'm single when I said I was single. You're stupid." So it's just a bunch of pictures. You can see a pattern here. They're constantly up each other's asses together a lot, and Amaru is home streaming alone. In the next picture, you see Don Juan having a workout. Him working out isn't... Oops. Oh look, yeah, there they are skating. So that's the guy skating. Working out isn't a relevant part, it's the location of the workout that is important. Okay. So he's working out, it's on the story. And I'm guessing, is it Angie? It is, okay. And that's her skating with that guy. So, sorry, over here. And this was where I got the screenshot from in my article. So, basically, what are we learning from this? We're learning that Myron was a guy on rollerblades as he proceeded to try to LARP like he was in a relationship, from what it seems at the time, and him getting away from his audience. That's not fine. So, this girl also didn't have sex with him. She said it on the show. She was not having sex with him. And so it's a perfect situation for him where he doesn't have to be with a woman. Very convenient. Push-ups, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the $5. I don't get why feds hired Myron. What value, expertise, or skill does he have in security services? That security services wanted. Gay ops? 1999 from Tom Taggart. Nice job on the recent articles. Saw your post on YouTube and then found on Reddit really well done in my opinion. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's so funny. I saw a couple people accuse me of like writing the article with AI, and I guess I'll take the backhanded compliment. But at the same time, you also see people pointing out like a typo here and there, and it's like, you know, you gotta pick one. It's either you think I wrote it with AI, or you know, you're complaining about the couple of run-on sentences and typos, right? So yes, I do write my own articles, and they do take a while. But these are things that, you know, I just sit on the information. I have a lot of it, so I probably won't win $1 million because it's probably over from the start. And I saw that there was like some rule about like, oh, it can't be political or whatever. And it was like super vague. It's like, okay, but what do you consider political? Like, where do you draw the line? Because my articles are based on the social commentary aspect. It's not about like literal politics. But anyway, I think it's more important to see as an experiment what happens as a result of me writing articles. And it's really nice to write them because there's some things I can't really say or talk about on YouTube without getting censored, or like they won't promote in the algorithm. Like I have one on organ donation, for example, and that's something I've been sitting on for years and years. Thank you, Gunpla, for becoming a simple Zen. Welcome.
Obéissez-moi! En défense!
Thank you for the ISK money animation. I have to disagree with you that Andrew Wilson is gay just because he says women for him. Gay women and only Sims girls. would you say that not enjoying women and conversing with them, not literally every woman, but just as a concept, is a straight behavior? Because he rated his wife a 6. Like, I don't get the impression he really likes his wife that much. It seemed like she just got pregnant, and he felt like out of obligation he had to marry her after she did the paternity test and proved it was his. Like, it seems like that. So I don't know if Andrew Wilson is your best example here. 1999 from Tom Taggart. Thank you. It wasn't just well done with the info, but the delivery and presentation skills also including that Thank you. Yeah, I try to make it easy to read, but I also think like when articles do like the red spacing where it's like every line they're pressing enter, it drives me insane. I've been reading the competition, guys. I've been reading the articles I'm competing against, and like, I'm not trying to falsely accuse them of using AI, but I'm seeing long M dashes that nobody uses, and I'm seeing them constantly make points without expanding on them because there's no thought process behind them. It's very strange. And by the way, AI articles are not allowed to, it has to be original works for the competition. For the $1 million on Twitter. AI accusation slice bit of eloquence reminder to me how much stupider and stupid is getting. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I make videos, I have to write videos. Why would it be so out there for me to be able to do some basic writing when I have to write my videos and make some videos? My entire adult life, I've been a content creator. I was first a streamer, then a YouTuber. I started from 0. I didn't get boosted. So, wouldn't it make sense if I'm always writing videos that I could also write an article? At least, sure, it might be imperfect because I don't have an editor, but it doesn't mean I used AI. I gotta pick it up. But anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, back to the photo, of them at the closing. So we went over Myron. Oh yeah, and Tristan really goes in the same bucket as Andrew. Like, he's not really doing anything, he's just like in the shadow of his brother. So not much to say. Sneaker, we already went over, the guy who did like gay porn stuff. And then on the guy to his right, Justin Waller, I believe his name is. He's the guy where everyone's like, who the fuck is that? I forget where I see him. I think he was doing like curl stuff. My memory is a little bit fuzzy with that, but he was saying to Clavicular's girl that she's like 7 out of 10. So not exactly making his case for being straight either. You know, and this is the group of men that are supposed to be masculine, teaching men masculinity, by the way. Okay, here's the clip. Sorry, the audio's a little bit low. Let me see if I can find another clip of it. It wasn't low earlier on my other computer. Yeah. Wait till you guys see who like the straightest guy there ends up being, though. It's so funny.
Yeah.
That clip is so low. Oh my god! Oh yeah! I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Let me flash it for a second. on. I'll try to find another one. Continuons d'avancer.
Sur moi.
I'm scrolling on Twitter to find it really quick. Hopefully really quick. Something, yes. Sorry. Did I hurt you guys with that one? Anyway. Let me see if I can find it. There's my dexterity on that. Okay, this is the only one I can find. It's like, turn your volume up for a second for me, guys.
Faisons couler l'encre. That's kind of rude. Bouclier.
Could you guys hear me?
Yeah. Laisse-moi t'aider.
So I'm gonna tell you guys what he said. He said, you asked for validation, but you're a 7 out of 10, and you're in a 10's lap. So he's talking about clavicular. He's saying clavicular, who's had, which he had a bunch of work done. But first off, that. Second off, you're saying he's a 10? He looks like a person, you know, like Mr. Potato Head, like puts different pieces on it, and it's all mismatched. That's how he looks, right? Because of what he's done to his own body through his own choices. It's a guy who like puts on makeup. You guys already know about him, I'm sure. He's gone viral at this point. So you're calling him a 10, but you're calling the girl in his lap a 7. You're like rating the girl. And that's in his lap, not in your lap, but in his lap. And you're calling her a 7, and basically like, oh, she's not good enough. She's not pretty enough for him, who he calls a 10. Like, this is masculine behavior? Like, in what world is this masculine behavior? And also calling clavicular a 10, what about his voice? You know, everyone's always like, oh, the looks maxing, blah, 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 blah. Have you guys heard his voice? Listen. So, first off, in this video, he gets in a guy's face and he ends up looking really bad. Second off, listen to his voice.
Are you fucking retarded? You said that?
Fucking drunk up friend, I saying.
Are you fucking retarded?
You the dad a couple weeks ago?
The den?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I've never had a table in my life with the den.
Okay. Yeah, but he's fucking there.
Motherfucker, I've been at other people's tables. I've never had a table in my life.
It was a fucking friend's table.
Listen to me. If you think I've ever...
You don't want to press me, I didn't do shit.
If you think I would ever do some shit like that, dude, that is not a good...
I'm not doing shit.
You can't walk around saying shit like that. Get out
Guy's
of the way.
face. He doesn't care. He's like getting other guys' face like, you can't walk around and say things like that to me. You can't just walk around and say that. Look at the guy pretending to like pull him off, like, hold me back, you can't say that to me, dude. And the other guy just doesn't care. He's like mogging him, like with his posture being straight and like not giving a shit. It's so funny.
Suffit, s'il te plaît.
Or like, for example, I think really demonstrates claviculars.
Say that all the one-night stand stuff and hookups.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, well, I know, but as you live in Miami more, it's just like, it's very tempting.
Hook up and stuff. Yeah, like go to clubs. Like he sounds more of a valley girl than I do. This is
all the one-night stand stuff and hookups.
All those one-night stand stuff and hookups. Like you're looks maxing and you don't want to take a voice training class. Why aren't you Why don't you take a voice training class? Like, why doesn't Clavicular literally go look up like those transgender voice training videos?
That all the one night stand stuff and hookups.
Like he needs one of those transgender voice training videos to learn how to speak from his lower register. It sounds so bad.
Say that all the one night stand stuff and hookups.
No, I don't. Is he fruit maxing? What's going on here? Why is he sound like such a princess? Why does he have the vocal fry? Why does he have more vocal fry than me? You're looks maxing, but you can't speak from your lower register. I know the hormones are almost sterilized since I was 14 with being male-to-male transgender and taking the hormones, but you know, even if transgender people sound like the other gender, you can manage. You can manage to try to deepen your voice a little bit. It doesn't have to be in like a performative way. Just speak from your lower register. If trans people, if a grown dude can sound exactly like a woman, I'm sure you can manage. Like, it's looks maxing my ass. So that's kind of my point. It's like this guy who sounds like a valley girl with his limp wrist. Every video I've seen him in, he has his limp wrist. Okay, look at this, look at this.
He's ready, like he a eater, and his costume.
I'm gonna mute it for copyright reasons. But like, look at his limp wrist. Squatting down, getting down on the floor. Is everybody seeing this? Okay, this is looks maxing. What about the other parts of looks maxing? What about having aura? What about not having a limp wrist? What about speaking like a man? Like, women are vibe checkers. They know that you're not masculine. They know it's not in you. They can hear it. They can see it. They can see that you're like skinwalking as a guy who's masculine. Like, come on. Wearing his short shorts, squatting down, flicking his wrist. Again, teaching boys about masculinity, telling them to take testosterone, how to get it. And this guy, by the way, unfortunately,
Pour ceux qui viendront après.
he's the straightest one there. Like, you know, something's gone wrong when he is the straightest one there. Like, he is the one with a girl in his lap. With his valley girl voice and his limp wrist. This guy who's voguing and singing Justin Timberlake TikToks. Okay, it's in my article. And he's the straightest one there. We're in trouble. We're in trouble, guys. This is supposed to be the masculine group. This is supposed to be Red Pill teaching men how to be masculine. It's sissified. It is. The other guy is calling this girl 7 out of 10, but calling Clavicular a 10 out of 10. And then that same guy also made really weird comments about dating women as well, just like how Myron did. Watch this. Listen to what he says.
The only dinner a woman will ever go to with me is when I'm meeting other men, but like a one-on-one dinner with a girl is a mistake and a waste of fucking time and money.
3 hours of fucking...
It's a waste of time to date women. That's what he says. It's a waste of time to date women. It's the same mentality that Myron has about, oh, why would you, why wouldn't you just fuck guys? It's faster, it's quicker. Like, this is how they see women. It's gay to date women. And Nick says the same thing too. He's always on stream talking about how dating is gay. That moment went viral a while back. Easy to find. They all say the same thing. Ew, no, girls are yucky. Oh, no, women, that's gay. Women are just, I hate being around women. I hate their personalities. And then Nick is at the club, looking like he's in pain. when he's going out with them. Look at this clip. Clavicular, yo Nick, I'm gonna bring some girls over for you. Nick says, please don't. Please don't, I'm good. See how happy Nick looks around other guys? Look at him, cheesing, right? Cheesing. Let's get one more look at that. Cheesing, okay? Always giving Clavicular those loving eyes. Like, look at that face. He's like this, he's like he's ready, he's down. Okay, he's down. Down bad. Like, I don't need girls, I just need you, Clavicular. I'm Nick Fuentes. I don't know this. Okay. Let's go back to my article. No, it's in the one about the Sorry. And you scroll down here and you can see Nick looks like he's in pain around other women. He looks like he's about to lose it. And then in a later clip, he's like, oh, I didn't see her. I just didn't see her. And Nick also talks like a Valley girl, just like how Clavicular does. Similar tone. He's like, yeah, well, I didn't notice her. Like, you didn't notice this? You didn't, like, I'm not trying to justify her, but like, you didn't notice that? Come on. Like, he clearly sees her and is in pain. Again, these are your homeboys. They're teaching masculinity. They're talking about dating women's gay. One dated a woman, first girlfriend at like 35 or something, maybe older, and he's not having sex with her after he has a special comment, you know, high value 1935 women, how it's okay. You have the guy who did Sneeko, who did gay porn stuff. Myron's like kissing his homies, cuddling in bed with them. Andrew Tate's talking about the dilemma of having sex with a transgender person. The other guy, Justin Waller, the one that nobody knows about, he was like talking about the dating gay, the girls are 7 out of 10. You know, at what point do we stop and say to ourselves, damn, this is gay. Not to mention, Nick is running defense for Epstein, who, like, he had this thing with, like, a bunch of swirls on it, like, the symbolism for liking little boys. You're defending a guy who liked little boys. That's the hill you're dying on. That's the hill Nick Fuentes wants to die on. And say, actually? He's actually not a pedophile. It's not that. And here's the bigger theme, guys. Nick is supposed to represent Catholicism, Christianity, family, not being degenerate. That's very heavy on his branding, not being degenerate. Yet you constantly see hypocrisies with him defending predators like Ali Alexander, trying to exchange nudes with a boy, defending Epstein, and trying to lie and say he wasn't a pedophile. And now he's out at the club, clubbing it up, doing these degenerate things. You know, if he was gonna be gross out the girls, like, why even go? But then you go and you're like streaming it, you're promoting that life, you're promoting clubbing. That's what you're doing. The degenerate life. Like, if he saw a girl doing that, he would call that, oh, it's degenerate. Like, anybody there would say that. Myron, his whole podcast surrounds this theme of like women partying too much and it making them hoes. He even said one time, I believe on Twitter, that a woman, if she takes a photo on a yacht, she's a hoe. Like, but meanwhile, look at what they're doing. This is, not to mention, Nick is surrounding himself with a bunch of people that aren't of these values and then promoting their life too. It's not that you can't be friends with people who you don't agree with everything on, but when it's to this point, where his whole brand is one thing, but he's living another, it becomes an issue. Like, look at this. They're out partying, drinks everywhere, people probably doing drugs. I mean, Myron acts like he's coked up all the time. I wouldn't be shocked. And then on the ride back, Nick Fuentes is asked about, well, what did you think of the clubbing, right?
About it. Yep, this is my new life.
Yeah. No, bro, yeah. How did you enjoy the cesspit of humanity, this fun?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
He loved it. He loved clubbing, okay? He loved it. He's literally promoting this to his followers who are supposed to be like Christian, trad. He wants to put America first and essentially make it great again. He's former MAGA. He built his whole show on those values. And yet he's literally saying, I loved clubbing. It was great.
Yep, this is my new life.
This is my new life. It's great. Not to mention, even without that comment, he's still doing that. Where if a woman did that, she would be called a heathen, right? It's sarcastic. Okay, it's funny how many things they do that are sarcastic that happen to line up with their exact actions. Isn't that funny? Because yeah, he looked like he was miserable around the girl, but he looked happy to be around guys at the club. And let's take the intellectual route of it was sarcastic. Well, he's still streaming it, he's still promoting it, and again, a woman wouldn't get away with that. So, he's surrounding himself with the most masculine people in the world, right? Who's supposed to be trad and have families or whatever. Like Andrew Tate is a baby daddy. He has like a 5-year-old. And who knows that, right? Tristan's in him, does anything he does, always in his shadow. Myron is on his podcast screaming at women and saying how, on Twitter, OnlyFans girls have no opinion, blah, blah, blah. Right? And it's one thing to say that. But then he's basing his entire brand off of profit off of them. And so is Clavicular, too. He's, like, going on these shows as well. There's a clip of him talking of the guy asking him for, like, taking OnlyFans girls' money, and then the other OnlyFans girl going on camera and saying, like, oh, well, I didn't want to collab with him. It becomes pretty apparent, and you're hanging out, like, over here, and then Myron, who's doing the same playbook of trying to profit off of OnlyFans girls' sexuality. Like, you can't. It's one thing to shit on OnlyFans and have rights with it, because there are rights to be had with it. But it's another to then just do the male version of it, because that's what they're doing. And that's why it's ghetto. Like, look at this. The red pill is ghetto. How is this any better than Cardi B shaking her ass, talking about her wet ass teeth? How is it any different? And that's what I wrote in the article too. Hardly different than the trash shows they hate. And this is supposed to be masculinity. So if this is masculinity, then Cardi B is femininity. It's the same ghetto bullshit and promoting the degeneracy they say they hate. And it's not just a one-off thing. It is in their actions. They're critical. In their little gay cabal. And that's why everyone's laughing at them, because they're becoming more and more
Finesse et grâce.
Alright, I'm gonna read some of the super shots. Ew, I don't like this song. X-Man 109, hello my online bimbo sister. I'm not black anymore. Remember, the black community took that from me, so I'm not your sister, actually. my button.
Gustave, esquive.
Defenders. Yeah, and it's very close. They use their own language. It's like they're very much like, if you're not with us,
Ça va mieux.
You're done. Like, you have to conform to defending predators to be in the club, to be cool in the club. Because not to do so is infighting, and they need to stay together. Yeah, exactly. Josh Owens, 1055, $10 super chat. I thought Pearl was really yikes. I'm trying to think, like, who's worse? Like, who is it easier to recover? Like, who would have an easier time recovering, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Précision.
But, anyway.
Finesse et grâce.
Ryan Oster, $9.99. Lenny Chris Cut. Nick's new boy band. That could work. JR Toxicity, $5 super chat. They are Avengers of the right-wing gay dudes. Oh yeah, I saw that. I was trying to find it before the stream too. Okay, let me... I don't want to show this one because it has like... It's the Nightmare one he posted. It has a diaper in it, so I don't want to show it on YouTube.
Sur moi.
See if I can find it. It doesn't pop up sometimes. $5 from all honor voice. There we go. As an Orthodox Christian, Muslims don't represent my yeah, I wouldn't want to represent them anyway. You know what's good for you. Check your DMs for the unequivocal picture proof of Nick's home. The £5. I'm opening it in a second. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Hold on.
Okay.
You guys know that one Tony Soprano clip? He's a vet. Like, that's what's playing in my head when I'm singing this. He's a vet. Let's say the last. $2 from Dr. Tennessee, who was killed like 10 minutes ago PM. The red ones now are glitter pops.
Faisons couler l'encre.
$2 from Marquise. They said pass for me to I don't think it was money. And I can be a headboard kind of time. And I don't think it was funny. I think it was cringe. I think that's something, if you're gonna do that, is like... to do it on stream is like the layer that makes it more cringe. Because it's like... It's like, look at it's like, you can be edgy and funny, but this way was like, yeah, look at us. We're acting vulnerable. It's not a funny thing. And I'm not moral policing either, I just didn't think it was funny. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Oh yeah, that gave me a good laugh, thank you. Where was I? There was like a forgot to talk about. Oh yeah, let me show you. I like, that's not what looks like.
J'abandonne jamais.
Like, this isn't looks maxing. I know you can't be perfect all the time and perfectly posed, but it's just the aura. It's not a one-off thing.
Précision. Va bien.
Oh yeah, this one was really good too. I can't show on stream. It's in the article. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys earlier. Like, look at how he looks at him. Like, if a girl had a guy that looks at her like that, like how Nick looks at ridiculous, they would be sad. In fact, they would call the guy a simp. Honestly, that's what the red pill is. It's like, it's the equivalent of OnlyFans girls in the sense of the psychology that they use, where they want guys to simp for them and they're obsessed with getting attention. And it comes across as very performative. Also, look at this. People were asking, Grok, can you remove the gay men from the photo? Oh, also, their outfits look ridiculous. Let me find the full photo again. Oh, this one's cropped. Hold on.
À couvert.
Prépare-toi.
En garde.
Look at the photo. Look at their outfits. First off, I'm gonna say the most obvious one. The pink suit is ugly. It is. It's too fruity. He can't pull it off. I'm sorry. Like, I won't be rigid enough to say, like, you absolutely can't do certain things. There might be a guy who can pull it off, but it's not Tristan. It makes him look bad. And with the white cape, it looks really bad. It looks like he has no socks on. There's this weird hat. I really just don't like it at all. And the material looks kind of wrinkly. I don't know if it's the color that makes it look like that, but it just does not look authentic. Does it look like this guy is rich? Does it look like he gets rich off of whores? I don't know. But yeah, they're against whores, but they get rich off of them, you know? That's the red pill. You want to promote getting women and getting laid with them, but also hate being around them. Doesn't really make sense. Then we have Myron here with a vest on top of a graphic tee with his cock shame pose on his tippy toes. You can see with the shadow. So I'm gonna put this up in paint so that I can zoom in because it doesn't let me do so. My voice is like. Alright. So zooming in, you can see it's like the Cookie Monster shirt. I think that's the one that got him kicked out or whatever. And he's wearing what looks like a Uniqlo. I don't know what brand it is, but it looks like a Uniqlo vest. It's like a black, ugly vest. One thing you hear doors, you know, you're in the city, you're trying to get to your next meal. You know, you just escaped from Mexico and you're trying to make it. And, you know, you're going to people's doors. You know, he looks like he's going to people's doors and asking for the pin. That's what Myron looks like to me. And he has the cock shame. It looks like he has a smartwatch on. Why would you wear it to this event? It's ugly, it's stupid, it's soy. At least his feet is on straight here or whatever, I guess. And then he's on his tippy toes, which you can see here. noticed in Milo's tweet, he was trying to point it out on Nick, but actually I zoomed in closer and Nick might be on it. It could be an optical illusion, but it looks relatively, you know, let me like the clown on these guys. I don't think Nick is tippy-toeing that much. It looks like could be an optical illusion. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I asked GPT. I sent this photo to GPT and I was like, the guy with the black shoes, can you tell me if he's on his tippy toes? And I was like, yes, it appears he's shifting his weight to the ball with his foot. So you can go argue with Chat GPT, alright? I make sure to make sure I'm not biased. It looks like he's on his tippy toes, which I don't know why he is. I don't know. And also, fashion tips fine. I would expect you to dress get better, considering how much you save in things. But typically, you need to wear loose jeans. Okay, when you have these legs, okay, that are about the size of like Nick's arms, and his arms aren't very big, you need to wear pants that are more boot cut or straight cut. Because you're wearing skinny jeans and then you're wearing these tighter fitting on the ankle black boots, and it makes you look like you know. And again, I was expecting some better fashion from here, but I guess we'll be disappointed. And Nick's blazer honestly looks a little bit wrinkled. Here. The wrinkle on the left side of his waist, kind of wrinkly. And the reason I'm going to be judgmental about that isn't because I'm nitpicky. It's because, keep in mind, these guys are rich. They're making tons of money. They can afford to handle their garments correctly. Ballerina legs, yeah. It does come across as ballerina legs with Myron. But yeah, someone said on Twitter, Nick looks like the apartment and they're like celebrating for lunch, and it does look like that. He's like smaller than all of them. And then Andrew Tate here on the left, we have his sneakers, his sporty sneakers with the white stripe on the bottom. Listen, you can sporty people with formal attire. Asian people have been doing that. Andrew is not pulling it off. He is supposed to be very rich. Multi-millionaire. He's so rich. He's like, oh my god, I'm so rich. I don't know what to do with it. I am bored. There's no more things to buy. How about you buy yourself some fucking shoes? How about you buy yourself some more formal pants? He's also wearing tighter fitting pants. Not as tight fitting and skinny as Myron's, but I don't know what's going on here with these guys. Why they can't into pants. And then you look at his jacket and it just, this whole outfit, it just looks bad. The silhouette looks bad. It's not, it doesn't have interesting color, the silhouette isn't good, and the textures aren't good. And the style looks bad. It doesn't look cool. It looks you're wearing your like shiny baseball jacket, bomber, with your legs spread open, like you're about to. Like he looks autistic. I want to demonstrate for you. I can't. Look at the way he's standing. He's like in the position. Feet firmly planted into the ground, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is very lazy. It looks like a very loose outfit, and it's not in a good, effortless kind of way. Why are you standing like that? Why are you standing? Why are you standing like you're clenching your ass cheeks? Why is he clenching his ass cheeks? Why? Ugly outside. He's that rich and he dresses this ugly. How can you guys be this rich and you dress this ugly? How? You can't hire a stylist? Listen, I know I'm ragging on them for being gay, but like, you don't even get the one benefit being gay. You guys don't even dress good. He's dressed fine. He's wearing Skechers sneakers to what's supposed to be this like gala, extremely expensive outing to the most important masculine thought leaders, the Billionaire Club, and he's wearing Skechers sneakers with fucking ugly Old Navy jeans and a shitty looking Forever 21 looking baseball jacket that looks like it's for women. What do you mean it looks fine? Myron's wearing fucking a vest that DoorDash drivers wear. Okay? So like when you're trying to do a quick errand with a graphic tee. As he's doing cock shame with his ballerina stance, with his ballerina legs. I can't say what I want to say about Tristan because it's not allowed on YouTube. But I'm thinking of the completely unrelated. I'm thinking of the word pink, like the finger pinky. And I'm thinking about the pork I had earlier by accident from cross-contamination. But anyway, I can't really see Sneeko's outfit here, but his other one looked really stupid. I'll get to that one in a second. I'll pull up the photo. Justin's outfit, why is it so tight over here? Like, listen. I know when I wear button-up shirts, it looks like the button is like holding on for dear life, but it's kind of a vibe for me, okay? I'm not hanging around like billionaires doing like running these like, what do you call them? These courses and stuff. Like, okay, you're a guy. It's not a vibe for you. It's a vibe for me if the button on my shirt looks like it's about to fly off because they don't make off the rack sizing for me. Okay? But for you, you're in late billionaires club. Why is your button about to fly off and break the camera? Look, and he's holding the drink. What are you, Julian from Trailer Park Boys? You gotta hold on to your drink, and he's holding on to water. Is this like like they're posing for the photo? I was gonna say is it a screenshot, but why are you holding the bottle? I don't understand. Why are you holding the bottle? Why are you holding the drink? Yes, I do think we should be critical considering how high they try to promote themselves and say how they're who you should follow and take advice from and how they're lay masculine and so rich, right? Fair game. And honestly, Clavicular in this photo looks like a waiter. Like, does he not look like he's about to ask for your order? Like, you know, at like a little bit of a higher end restaurant, I'll give it that, but like, it's giving waiter. See, that's the problem with like black button-ups. It's giving waiter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people in my chat would complain. Like, you know what you're in for when you click this stream. You know I'm gonna be hating. You know it. But not unwarranted. So yeah, not looking very fresh, ironically. Where's the other outfit? Let me see if I have it in my thing here. Joshua Williams, 1055, $5. Thank you. Rich doesn't mean they have good style. They probably believe stylists are gay. It would be less gay than how they act and the things they say and what they do. You know, I think a stylist would be less gay than telling a girl to her face that's sitting in your bro's lap that, oh, you're 7 out of 10 and you're sitting in a 10's lap. Like, just fuck him, dude. Like, all these guys want to fuck Clavicular. You see that shit? His homies wanna bone him. KT, $5. Glad to see that you see through shenanigans. All these men have made money by spewing grievances of emotional men. They are baiting their audience of irresponsible and resentful men. I don't resent men even if they are flawed. Yeah, it's just like psychological pressure point. It's a pain point that they're pressing. Like, oh, are you an ugly loser? Well, I have the magic prescription for you. Self-help is a different league. This is a whole other league. You know, Clavicular has a course that he's making. I forgot what the math was. It was like $50,000 a month or something on it. You know, this guy is telling you how to look ready, like be a eater. Thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars a month. Giggling and bouncing up and down, flicking his wrist. Hold on. Here's the photo. So I want to find the one where they were standing up though. So give me a second. So this one where they were walking around. Also, why is Nick's head nuzzled into Myron's neck like that? I think, and Myron looks like he's trying to not get a boner. I know I was like clowning on the Goipers earlier for fan fiction, but like considering what we've seen today, I don't think that's too far-fetched. Also, Andrew Tate looking dorky in the background, by the way. Here it is. Look at this. So they're trying to make a reference to Scarface. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about fashion. So when you wear, there's two ways you can go about wearing an outfit. Either you're wearing the outfit or it's wearing you, but there's a correct way to do both of these things. Now, when you're wearing statement pieces, it needs to be intentional and part of the look. It can't be like, oops, unintentional, I accidentally got the wrong size. It has to look like you knew what you were doing. It has to look good. And these guys, you know, Al Pacino, he's wearing the flamboyant outfit, right? It's flamboyant in that it's like quirked up, right? It's got the popped collar and it's red. But the reason it works for him is because when he's wearing it, it looks like he's wearing the clothes. Like he just put on the clothes and he's wearing it. It doesn't look like he's wearing a costume, right? And that's where it begins to be a problem, when it looks like you're wearing a costume. And these two guys, it's not like they're like 10 out of 10 Chad Thundercocks or something, right? Like they're just regular guys. So it's not because like, oh, like it's about looks and ugliness or whatever, but it looks natural on them. It looks like they're wearing the clothes. They look natural in it, even though it's a little bit like, you know, red popped collar. Now we go here and it looks like a costume. You have Sneeko's bobblehead. It almost looks like he's going to prom. Like he's about to take an awkward prom photo. Hold on. That's the other thing. Look at the silks on Al Pacino. The white blazer, first off the silhouette. And the white blazer is covering his wrist. Right? And he's wearing that big ring. And he's wearing big statement jewelry pieces that help balance the weight of the outfit, which is why it looks natural on him. Then you look at Sneeko. He doesn't have any thought like that into it. It's just all of this neck showing. And it's not like, oh, it looks really hot or something. It doesn't. It looks extremely direct. And then you look at his sleeves and they're like poking out of the blazer. Again, let's look at Al Pacino. His sleeves covering his wrist. Has a crack in his wrist. Then we look at Sneeko, and his blazer is too short for his arm. And keep in mind, blazers are meant to be investment pieces, especially when you're in the $1 billion club. And these people can't get blazers that fit them. It's too short on his arm. So he's compensating. Why would you wear this? It looks like a Halloween costume. And then Nyx looks like he's, it looks fruity. I'm sorry, but it does. Let me crop this so you can see the full thing. Something about the waist on it with the narrow shoulders, like Nyx. I'm sorry, you need to accept that you have shoulders, okay? They're very petite, okay? They're like Barbie shoulders, okay? Now, what you need to do when you're like Destiny or when you're like Nyx and you have these little Barbie shoulders, you need to learn to wear padded shoulder pads. There should have taught you this. Why are your shoulders so narrow? Why do you look like he looks like a girl wearing a blazer. And with how it fits, it looks bad. Again, we're gonna go back to the other photo. The other guy looks relaxed. And look at this guy. He's wearing a bomber and it looks natural. Do you see what I mean? That it is, you can pull it off. It is possible to wear athleisure with a more formal outfit and have it look cohesive and effortless. But these guys can't do that. They can't do it. And look at the neckline here. Again, look at the neckline on Nick. Now look at the neckline on this guy. This guy, he's not the best looking guy in the world. I'm not hating. I'm just saying he's not the best looking guy in the world. He's not the 10 out of 10 lay chat, right? But he looks like a dude. You know, he has his body hair poking out with the button down. It's a look. Even if you don't like it, you can see that objectively this is a look. He looks like he's living in the outfit. It is relaxed on him. And he doesn't look disproportionate. Even look at Al Pacino. Al Pacino doesn't have the world's broadest shoulders, but he doesn't look petite like Nick. And then this guy on the left, you know, he has it buttoned down. He has good weight balancing in the silhouette in the outfit, and Nick doesn't. It looks so feminine. The structure is not good. It's not flattering on him. And also, I think, like for example, in Nick's case, the blazer also visually from here looks like it's too short on the wrist for Nick as well, but it's less egregious with the blouse poking out. That's what it looks like to me. The blouse that he's wearing underneath is poking out because Sneako's is bright red, so it's like the first thing you notice. You're like, oh, that looks trashy. But yeah, neither of them are wearing great outfits. They're not fitting them well, and these guys are so wealthy. It's like the Pearl situation all over again. You don't need to have taste. You need to have consideration. You're rich. You can pay someone to help you out with that, especially for a huge event like this that you knew was gonna go viral. And that's how you're gonna look forever? I would be stressed. $5 from Joshua Williams. I was taught always have your dress coat buttoned up even when standing and walking. Yeah, you're supposed to have it buttoned up when you're standing, and then when you sit down, you're supposed to unbutton it. It's especially important for guys because of the silhouette. That's why they tell you to do that. And his isn't buttoned. He's not wearing it right. And then when Nick's is buttoned, it also looks bad because it's too petite. It's not structured enough. People are very scared of structured outfits when they shouldn't be. Where's Grandma Tomasi? He has to be hurting. Hey, at least he's not getting cropped out of the photo like Fresh CEO was. I didn't even see the photo with him in it. People said he was cropped out though. $1.99 from Taylor Evans, 1975. Your Pearl debate reaction was so fucking funny. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I don't know why it's not sending on screen. Dan Holland, £5. Myron's new hair looks like a wig made of eyelash extensions. It does. Hold on. I'm pulling it up.
I got my nigga.
Oh my god, it looks so fake. It looks like it's made out of polyester. Looks hard to touch. Like hard to the touch. Where was I? Oh yeah. I was looking at the posts. Yeah, the jazz section isn't too bad on here. I just see the delay. I see the chat freaking out from the hair. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
I don't hate you.
Oh yeah, this was so funny. Myron Gaines saying, I have a Jewish manager. I don't hate Jews, I have a Jewish manager. The night before, they're like blasting NHH. I'm also looking at this clip where Nick Fuentes is saying, I'm not a white supremacist, my last name is Fuentes.
I know. I kind of white supremacist. I saw that. You're a white supremacist? I'm not white supremacist. I'm Mexican. My last name's Fuentes. I know.
I'm Mexican. Quote, literally quote from Nick Fuentes. I'm Mexican. Doesn't this look like hell, guys? I'm not gonna play the audio, but... Because I can't, but look.
C'est vraiment un village de Gistral.
Ils semblent plus doués que les humains pour survivre.
Il faut croire que l'intelligence ne sert pas à grand-chose pour survivre sur le continent. Bon, en attendant, trouvons la maison du chef. C'est sans doute la plus imposante.
Sorry, let me scroll up. Alright, I'm reading the chat. Who's wearing a do-rag? Yeah, he was wearing a do-rag.
Il était pas si...
They get style inspiration from Kanye. Kanye couldn't hook them up. Kanye couldn't hook their asses up.
On doit atteindre la peintresse. Noko disait que vous pourriez...
D'autres sont passés par ici avant nous.
It's really funny to me that their crew is like, they got like Muslims, they got, you know, it's supposed to be like Nick Fuentes promoting Christianity. They have just like this whole group of like everything that's the opposite of what he talks about and preaches. I think that's really what everyone is laughing at too in general.
Pourquoi?
I think I covered everything on this night out, on the girls' night out.
Eh, on a battu votre sac à patates ultime.
How long have I been streaming? Like 2 hours or something? Yeah, my whole feed was... I found it! I found it! I found it! The Avengers pick.
L'étrangère?
It's so bad. Like, I hope this made the front page of Reddit. You know what the worst part is? These costumes look more like natural and flattering, because obviously the AI like edited them to have like more structure and muscles, like especially Nick, because he's so petite. But like literally the costumes look less like costumes. Like the costumes look like clothing versus their clothing looked more like costumes. Oh yeah, this was my favorite comment on it. These are the only influencers you should be watching. Like, I don't want to get copy struck, but like, these are the influencers you should be watching. That quote about how this is like a 12-year-old's idea of what being rich is like was so on point. It was so on the nose.
Sympa.
$10 from Anna Harris. Thank you. Your commentary consistently makes me laugh out loud. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Oh. What the fuck is this? And seriously, like, everyone's asking who watches these guys. The answer is little boys. And I have a lot of things to support that, honestly, but I don't feel like going into it right now. I'll go into it another time. I'm working on multiple things at once. I have a lot of projects going on. You know, I'm writing the articles,
On peut s'en servir.
which I do for love of the game. I'm not getting paid to do it. I doubt the X revenue is going to be anything. I'm doing it as an experimental thing. I'm designing soaps. I'm streaming. I'm still working on that huge video. I have a lot going on. I'm doing a million things. I'm literally working from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. It's not a joke. Anyway, I saw this on my feed. First off, that is such a funny screenshot. Is that real? You're telling me that wasn't AI? He looks like he's taking a big shit. Is he thinking of the time he was in the cuck chair?
It's gonna be a tough stream. A lot to talk about. As you can see the title.
Is this masculinity?
If you can see the title, you know what this is about.
Turn your fucking camera off, dude. What the fuck did I just watch? What's the title? I don't know. There's a clip on Twitter. It said Zico gets found the club band with all the homo-leaves. I don't know why he's crying. Why is a man crying on camera, first off? More and more you see these guys, the more you dislike them, the more cringe you feel. Apparently it's in response to the backlash. Whatever. Half the stuff these guys do
Fight again, under the blow of the pain. Time to fight, fight to win, fight again.
Honestly, like, it's getting fake.
La chroma cool flou.
They never look good. Why is Andrew Tate wearing a Brandy Melville top? Okay, his stripe. I have a top that looks like that. A Brandy Melville top with his little cardigan. My eyes are burning. The title is I'm Sorry. Wah, wah, Anyway.
like he a eater.
What?
That clip cracks me up. Well, we gotta play it one more time. Here's your red pill, bruh. Yeah, as I said here, the red pill is about obsession of being in front of the camera, gossiping in a dramatic feminine way, such as yelling at OnlyFans girls and screaming about how they're terrible for making money off sexuality, and then you're literally making money off of their sexuality. Peacocking as alpha males, clout chasing, being catty to women, shirtless gym selfies. Heavy on Andrew Tate doing that, and self-obsession. Glad we could all see this today. There is one more thing that I wanted to go over with you guys, but I'm thinking if I should save it for another stream. It's an apology video that I just thought was so poorly executed that I think it's worth the breakdown, even though I'm a little late to it. Hold on. Find it. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to do it. It's not a long video. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music for a sec. There we go. So you guys remember our little presentation on Brillium, right? If you want to see more in depth about what happened, you can go watch that stream about the Goipers. It's with the Goiper picture. But, he had an apology video, so to speak. It was more like an explanation video, but I'm calling it an apology video for shorthand. And I wanted to go over it. $2 from push-ups. Any thoughts on this MLK Day? Is it today? Any thoughts? No, not really. Except for I'm surprised it's not in February instead of Black History Month. $5 from Marquis. I mod these guys with my pastel polo shirts, cargo shorts, socks with Crocs. Probably would look more natural. Wouldn't be surprised. Do you guys want to see the Brillium video of him explaining himself and addressing the elephant in the room? So basically, in his replies on Instagram, people were spamming Brillium with a picture of an elephant, and it said "address me," because he had this he had a bunch of photos come out of him that were extremely homosexual, like a picture of his butt with something up it, and like him talking about how he wants BBC, and he was like cross-dressing, and he made a bunch of excuses for it in this video, and I just think the way he handled it was really, really bad.